Guys, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, YouTube's Thierry Henry, YouTube's Jabi Alonso, because I mean, Jabi Alonso was pretty underrated until he went and joined the big European clubs. So yeah, I don't know why I keep saying this stuff, but let's get into it. Arsenal versus West Brom, the preview. Now we know we play on Monday. The weekend is gonna be a myth because everyone, as much as Arsenal stress us and they put us through, and the Arsenal fans aren't really on talking terms with the Arsenal side at the moment, illustrated by the lowest. I think that was the lowest attendance versus Doncaster in a while. So yeah, we need to win this game. We need to win this game. Yes, we got a point against Chelsea, and if anything, if it's only a point. The key thing is to take that same mentality, work ethic, and take it game in, game out. And then at the end of the season, you might see where you are. You might fail or you might succeed. So yeah, in that regards, it's gonna be hard playing against West Brom. I mean, they've got two draws. I think they haven't lost this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 wins and 2 draws. We know we're going against a side that is very rigid defensively, very on point tactically. In regards to defending and defensive shape and things like that. I mean, it's Tony Pulis. We know we're going against a side that's going to make the most of set pieces and can defend set pieces. On top of the taking advantage of set pieces, if you remember at the Hawthorns last year, we let ourselves down at set pieces. Ramsey and Ox ain't here anymore, but choosing not to follow runners, we cannot neglect the dirty duties, the dirty aspects of football because in that game, because it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a slugfest. We know they've got players like Jakob and things that like to leave a foot in players. And last time when they came to the Emirates, it took us 86 minutes to break them down. I believe Giroud scored that day. So we know it's going to be a physical battle. It's going to be a dogfight. They're going to try and make the most of set pieces, and they're going to stay compact and take it from there, like most teams do from when they come and play Arsenal. But we need to break them down very early, in my opinion. Break them down early, get the goals, and then obviously if you do that, they'll have no choice but to chase the game. If they're chasing the game, they're going to be more expansive. If they're going to be more expensive, they're going to be less rigid, but there's more space, more goals. I spell it out nicely for you guys. So like I said, we know what we're getting ourselves into. Pulis doesn't like us. They've got players like Dawson, that's a hard worker. Evans is decent, and plus we tried to sign the man, very good defender. They've got Macaulay. They've got these sort of players. They've got players like James Morrison and Chris Brunt that can hurt us from set pieces and delivery. We know they're going to put a lot of crosses into the box. A lot of, especially if Brunt does that whip. You know, when you whip it in behind them dangerous crosses there, we need to follow. We need to follow our runners, man, and we really do. This game is going to be. You'd expect us to win it, but whenever we play West Brom, it is a dogfight because they don't like us and we quite frankly don't like them. We need to just get the result, man. Just fight and get through it. Couple things that Wenger's alluded to in the press conference. He talked about Alexis, Alexis hasn't started a Premier League game and why he's played them in the cup. He said he hasn't really got any preference when it comes to options. Everybody's equal, all that Wenger nonsense. So yeah, he did say Alexis is fit, so you'd expect to see Alexis. He also said Wilshere is at the level where he can come in, so I'd expect that means Wilshere on the bench at least against West Brom, and I believe that same week on the Thursday we have the Europa League, so he'll probably start in that. I'd love to see him start now, but yeah, you wish him to start with that. He spoke about Lacazette as well, how Lacazette's still adapting to the physical aspects of the Prem. Personally, I get it, and it's still there is a case for it because you can't see that, but I do think it's lies because from the moment this guy was throwing his weight around at Morgan, barging Shawcross against Stoke, fighting, he's still adapting, of course, and with the other strikers, Lukaku and Kane, these players have the luxury because they know the league. Yeah, man, I don't really buy that Wenger. Just play the man. You paid 50 million for him. None of our players have really scored that many goals, but I believe after Wells on 3, he's got 2, so technically he's doing his job. So yeah, just start the man and let the guy play football. To be honest with you, this is probably the most. I don't know how to put it, but this pre-game, there's not much to say on that front. Oh, in regards to our injury problems, we know Ozil's had a knee knock. He's back in full training. Callum Chambers won't be involved in any capacity, at least until after the international break. He's done his hip in again against Doncaster. That's probably why he came off. Theo allegedly had a knock and he's shaking it off. Personally, I don't believe that. I just believe that's a cover-up because Theo has been very frustrated, hasn't been playing football. Got a chance. I think he got substituted against Cologne, if my memory serves me right. Forgive me if I'm wrong, people. But yesterday he scored. He wanted to complete 90 minutes and he looked visibly upset. Them little injury things is just a cover-up. So I know it's only Walker and no one really cares if it's a backlash or he has a bust-up or whatever. But that's just what it feels like to me, man. It's a bit like when Ozil had a cold. These are lazy excuses. In regards to who I'd start, You guys know I'd love a 4-3-3, but I've given up on 4-3-3 because although Wenger said we'll play 4 at the back, I can't see it coming in this game, to be honest with you. It'd be one of the perfect games to change something. But after the Chelsea game, and I know we rotated the squad against Doncaster, you can't expect the formation to change. So in that regards, check and go, obviously. The back 4-3, should I say, has got to be, I'd say, Mustafi, Koscielny, and I've got to put Holden. I'd love Holden to play, but it's more likely going to be Monreal. So that'll be my back 3. Lesniak on the left, obviously. On the right-hand side, Hector Bellerin. In the middle, but Ozil, Ramsey, and Xhaka. I mean, we're going to have to go with that unless something happens. And then the front 2 options has got to be Lacazette and Alexis. Alexis needs to start games, and he's our best player. Lacazette, he needs to start, just let the guy play his football and get his goals and get firing and things like that. There is a case to start Giroud because, like I alluded to, almost lost my train of thought there. West Brom like to take advantage of set pieces. If we play Giroud, he can help us defend. He gives us some height. We're a small side in stature. He gives us some height. So that gives us the opportunity to defend set pieces a tiny bit better, and we at least have some sort of focal point from set pieces, attacking set pieces. Because you can imagine, I do expect we do play a lot of short crosses and corners. You can imagine against West Brom that's going to be double because they I don't think they're that tall, but they're taller than us and they're very rigid and they're on point defensively. So for me, if it was my side to put crosses in the box against a side that basically week in week out works on defending, is pointless, especially when you're lacking in size on an average basis. I mean, if Giroud doesn't play, sure, Koscielny's not the tallest and Mustafi either, but they're probably the only threats on an aerial basis. Alexis has scored a couple headers. Lacazette scored against Leicester with his head, so you could argue them two as well. But yeah, collectively we haven't. That would be my team anyways, and I don't think there's much more to say on that front, guys. Man, I think there's not much to say in this pre-game, so I won't keep it long. I won't keep waffling. Guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe. Yeah. Oh, lastly, if I had to put a bet on it, I'd say I hope a 2-0 win. Goals in the second half. I really hope we kill off this game in the first half because West Brom are likely to sit back. It'd be nice to just go out, force a team, forcefully break down a side, hit them for 2 or 3. And then, yeah, rather than it's a nervy 0-0 going into half-time, 60th minute scoring, or having a bag of chances, not scoring, the other team takes the chance and ultimately walks away with the 3 points that us Arsenal fans have become accustomed to seeing it over these years. But I already said I'm leaving, guys. Like I said, get in the comments, like the video, subscribe, follow me on my socials, DeludedGooner04 on Twitter, Facebook, DGooner04 on Snapchat. I'm out.